Back along a quiet stretch of rural Pennsylvania, a driveway lined with gravel and scattered equipment tells the story of a man who turned everyday machinery into something far more compelling than most people would expect. What looks like a pile of worn-out parts and half-forgotten machines is, in reality, the backdrop of a career built on curiosity, persistence, and an unusual fascination with things most would consider scrap. The figure at the center of it all is Matt, better known through his Diesel Creek work, where old equipment is not just repaired but given a second life and a new narrative. While viewers see a calm, methodical restorer on screen, a dramatic story has built up around him online. Claims of hidden wealth, unexpected privilege, and even extraordinary attention from global tech figures. Much of that narrative is exaggerated or fictionalized, but it reflects something real. People are drawn to stories where ordinary life feels larger than it is. At its core, Matt's work is about machines, but the fascination surrounding him has turned it into something more symbolic, almost myth-like, where each rusted bolt seems to carry meaning beyond its function. Early life surrounded by tools rather than luxury. Before any cameras were ever turned on or engines roared back to life, Matt's early environment was far from glamorous storytelling or internet fame. He grew up in a practical household where stability mattered more than spectacle, and hands-on work was part of daily life rather than a chosen aesthetic. Instead of being drawn to abstract academics or traditional achievements, he gravitated toward physical spaces, garages, tools, and anything that required problem-solving through action rather than theory. While some narratives online suggest a background of exceptional privilege or inherited fortune, the more grounded reality is that his upbringing was shaped by ordinary working-class values and a steady exposure to problem-solving through repair and maintenance. That early comfort around mechanical spaces would later become foundational, even if it didn't immediately look like a future career path. At the time, it was simply where he felt most engaged. The idea of restoring machines wasn't something he consciously pursued yet. It was something that naturally developed from familiarity and interest, long before it became a defining identity on the internet. Education, welding, and learning through hands-on experience. When it came time for formal education, traditional academic routes were not where Matt thrived most naturally. Like many who are more mechanically inclined, structured classroom learning didn't fully align with how he processed information or stayed engaged. Instead, he eventually found himself drawn toward a community college welding program, a setting that prioritized practical skill over theory. In that environment, learning wasn't abstract, it was immediate, physical, and visible in the work produced. Sparks, metal, heat, and precision replaced textbooks as the main teachers. This shift marked a turning point, not because it instantly defined a career, but because it validated a learning style rooted in doing rather than observing. Welding, fabrication, and hands-on repair work offered a kind of clarity that academic paths had not provided. It was less about earning a title and more about building competence through repetition and trial. This period laid the groundwork for everything that followed, even if it didn't feel especially dramatic at the time. It was simply the beginning of becoming comfortable with complex tools and imperfect outcomes. Early jobs and the search for the right kind of work. After education, Matt's path didn't immediately lock into one direction. Like many people figuring out long-term work, he moved through different jobs, testing environments that ranged from construction to equipment operation. Each role added another layer of experience, but none fully captured his long-term interest. Operating machinery in construction settings provided stability and physical engagement, but there was a difference between running equipment and understanding how it worked internally. That distinction became increasingly important over time. Rather than settling into routine operation, he became more interested in repair, diagnostics, and mechanical problem-solving. This curiosity pushed him toward roles in repair shops and industrial environments where machines weren't just used, they were taken apart, analyzed, and rebuilt. The work wasn't always easy, but it was engaging in a way that repetitive operation never was. This period of exploration wasn't a straight path upward, it was a series of adjustments, each job revealing more about what did and didn't fit long-term. Gradually, a clearer direction began to form, even if it wasn't fully visible yet. Machine shops and the spark of long-term passion. The turning point came when Matt found himself working in a machine shop environment where problem-solving was constant, and every broken component represented a challenge rather than a setback. In that space, machines were not just tools, they were puzzles waiting to be solved. This is where his interest deepened from casual curiosity into sustained passion. Unlike previous roles that focused on operation or surface-level maintenance, this work demanded a deeper understanding of how systems functioned internally. Every gearbox, engine, and hydraulic system required attention to detail and patience. Mistakes were part of the process, and learning came through repetition and correction. Over time, this environment shaped a mindset that valued restoration over replacement. Instead of discarding broken machinery, the goal became understanding why it failed and how it could be brought back to life. That shift in perspective would later become central to everything associated with Diesel Creek, even before it had a name or audience. The unexpected beginning of Diesel Creek. What eventually became Diesel Creek didn't start as a business plan or content strategy. It began as simple documentation of work, recording projects, repairs, and mechanical experiments with no expectation of large-scale attention. At first, the videos were straightforward, engines being disassembled, equipment being repaired, and machines slowly returning to function. But something about the approach resonated with viewers. Instead of fast edits or exaggerated storytelling, the focus was on process, patience, and authenticity. People weren't just watching machines being fixed. They were watching someone think through problems in real time. Over time, this consistency built an audience that valued transparency over performance. The growth wasn't instant or artificially driven. It came from repetition, reliability, and genuine interest in the subject matter. What started as a personal archive of work gradually evolved into a recognized channel, even though the original intention was never public attention. The shift from private documentation to public platform marked the beginning of a new phase, whether planned or not. Growing attention and the myth around the work. As Diesel Creek gained visibility, the narrative around it began to expand beyond the videos themselves. Viewers started building stories around the creator, sometimes exaggerating details or imagining hidden layers of wealth, mystery, or external influence. Online discussions often drifted into speculation about background, finances, and motivations, creating a version of the story that was larger than reality. In truth, the appeal came from simplicity rather than secrecy. The content showcased real work being done at a steady pace, without unnecessary theatrics. However, as with many creators who gain recognition for niche expertise, myths began to form. Some claimed hidden fortunes, others imagined dramatic personal backstories, and a few even speculated about attention from major public figures. While entertaining, these narratives were more reflective of audience imagination than actual events. The real foundation remained unchanged, a consistent focus on mechanical restoration and practical problem-solving, mechanical discoveries, and the mystery of old machines. One of the most engaging aspects of the work involves opening up old machines that have been sitting unused for years or even decades. These machines often come with surprises, unusual modifications, worn-out components, or design choices that no longer make immediate sense. In some cases, hidden compartments or sealed sections spark curiosity, leading to deeper investigation. While these discoveries are often less dramatic than online storytelling suggests, they still represent the fascinating unpredictability of old equipment. Every machine has a history, and part of the restoration process involves uncovering that history layer by layer. Sometimes it reveals clever engineering solutions, other times it exposes years of neglect or repair attempts. This investigative aspect of the work is what keeps it engaging, not because of mystery in a cinematic sense, but because of the real-world complexity of mechanical systems that have lived long, functional lives before reaching the workshop. Career shifts and the reality of working with heavy industry. Outside of content creation, the real-world work behind Diesel Creek reflects a long history of labor in heavy industries. Over the years, involvement in construction, roadwork, and industrial equipment projects provided both stability and experience. These environments are demanding, often requiring long hours and physical endurance, but they also offer exposure to large-scale machinery and complex systems. At one point, opportunities appeared that could have led toward more specialized industrial roles, but like many career paths, not every opportunity unfolds as expected. Some positions disappear, others shift direction, and plans change without warning. What remains consistent is adaptability, the ability to return to hands-on work regardless of circumstance. This adaptability became a defining feature of his professional journey, reinforcing the idea that long-term success in mechanical fields often depends more on persistence and flexibility than on a single linear path. Philosophy of repair and respect for old machines. At the core of Diesel Creek's appeal is a philosophy that values restoration over replacement. Instead of treating old machines as disposable, they are approached as systems worth understanding and preserving. This perspective reframes repair work as something closer to craftsmanship than simple maintenance. Each machine is treated as a record of engineering decisions, usage history, and human interaction. Rather than erasing signs of age, there is often an effort to preserve them where appropriate, recognizing that wear and repair marks are part of the machine's story. This approach stands in contrast to modern tendencies toward quick replacement and disposable design. It encourages patience, observation, and respect for the original builders of the equipment. In this sense, the work becomes less about making things look new and more about making them functional and meaningful again. Restoration projects and the challenge of reviving the past. Each restoration project brings its own set of challenges, often beginning with machines that appear beyond repair. Engines that haven't run in decades, components seized from rust, and systems modified beyond original specifications, all require careful evaluation before progress can begin. The process is rarely straightforward. Parts must be sourced, systems must be tested, and assumptions frequently prove incorrect. This uncertainty is part of the appeal for both the creator and the audience. Watching something non-functional gradually return to life creates a sense of progression that is both technical and emotional. Every successful startup or repaired component represents a small victory built on patience and persistence. These projects are not rushed. They unfold over time, reflecting the reality that meaningful mechanical work cannot be compressed into shortcuts without losing integrity. A lifestyle built around simplicity and consistency. Despite online speculation about wealth or hidden fortune, the lifestyle associated with Diesel Creek remains relatively grounded. The focus is not on luxury or public display but on maintaining a workspace where projects can continue without interruption. Daily life revolves around tools, equipment, and ongoing mechanical work, rather than external appearances. This simplicity contributes to the authenticity viewers respond to, as it reinforces the idea that the work itself is the priority. There is no need for dramatic reinvention or performance-driven content strategies. Instead, consistency becomes the defining feature, showing up, working through problems, and continuing projects over long periods of time. This approach may not align with typical internet narratives of rapid success, but it reflects a more sustainable and realistic form of long-term creative work. Conclusion and the question of what self-made really means. The question often raised about whether Matt is truly self-made or supported by hidden advantages reflects a broader fascination with origin stories. In reality, the answer is less dramatic than online speculation suggests. His path is built on a combination of practical experience, evolving interests, and consistent work rather than sudden transformation or external fortune. What stands out most is not a secret advantage but a steady commitment to hands-on problem-solving over time. Diesel Creek represents a blend of mechanical skill, patience, and genuine interest in restoration work, which resonates with audiences precisely because it feels real. Whether interpreted as simple craftsmanship or something larger, the underlying theme remains the same. Value can be found in what others discard, and meaning can be built through consistent effort rather than spectacle. Top of form, bottom of form.